Edge of every dream has a name.
Hey, I'm Richard. I am an independent music artist from China.
Hey Richard.
Hi.
Thank you very much for coming.
Sure.
Now your original album, The Village of Dream Journey, got almost ready.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All of the work have been completed by your own. So first question is, when did you start to learn music production?
Okay. It was 2018 when I entered a period called voice break. That is a period like my voice disappeared, and I cannot sing as high as when I was a child. And at the time, I also have this idea like singing is just equivalent to music, and these two things are just the same and they cannot be separated. But then I realized that music is actually composed of not only singing, but also like music production, arrangement, mixing, mastering, all of these kind of things are composed music together as a whole. So like music is just like the ocean that is very plentiful and contains a lot of different creatures and objects. Yeah, so I realized that maybe voice break is an opportunity for me to adjust my attitude towards music and also to sing. And I also can like develop more personal skills like music production. So I searched videos online to teach myself how to learn about music arrangement and production. So I was initially using the software GarageBand from iPad, but then I think that like the creation is just too limited. So then I upgraded after 1 month to a software called Logic Pro X, which is a professional and standard software in MacBook Pro.
So I got the next question.
Yeah.
When did you get the idea of making an album?
The idea of the album is actually conceived a very long time ago. Like when I just started learning about music production, I'm just fascinating about like one day I can put out an album that is all like my original songs. But at the time my ability is very limited. So like all my levels are not just there, and I know little knowledge about music production. So I started by taking like small steps. So at the second half of 2020, I made some small beats and recorded some melodies and lyrics inspiration. And all of that, the album making process officially began when I started to produce a song called My Journey. My Journey is initially a beat inspiration, but at the halfway through of making this beat, I think that the song is very suitable for my vocal, and I have this interest to continue to develop it into a full song. So I did through I think 4 to 5 months work period. So at the end of April, I finished off the arrangements, compositions, and also recorded my vocal as well as a demo. Yeah, I really enjoy the process of making the one song, and I have this inspiration to continue to develop and produce more songs. I also started to think not only about the songs, but an album as a whole. Like what is the concept, the message that it wants to convey, and also what is the style. Does it incorporate more styles or just limited to one style? Of course, I want my album to be like more diverse and incorporate more styles to the album. Yeah, to make it not just a limited pop, but a very wide pop.
Yeah, Richard, would you like to share your ideas and inspirations about the whole album for each song?
Okay, yeah. So it's about like you are talking about the message of each song.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So let me just start with the album. Is that fine? Okay. The album concept is very ambitious. The first, the Village of Dream Journey, this album is just like the first series of the series, Village of Dream. Village of Dream is a very abstract symbol that symbolizes serenity and also my life in the future or music, or the work that I'm going to do in the future. Yeah, and the subtitle Journey. All of the 5 songs are depicted around this concept, and what it does, what it means is like, I believe that all of the emotions that we experience in everyday life, like happiness, hope, sadness, all of that, like before, at the end of the day, like you look back onto your journey, it's like all the same. It's just like the things that you experience, and that all of that turns into your own experience and your own knowledge. And I also believe that we don't need to be very anxious about like your work or your study, because everybody is just like working on their own time zone. Yeah, so that's the meaning of journey. So all of that combines together is the concept of this album. Now let me get into the message of each song, and then drink water, a sip of water.
Sure. Take your time.
Sorry. Okay. Each song, I will start by the sequence. The first song, Intro Moment, it's a very peaceful song that uses like sound effects, like the insects that have their sound in the night. The song wants to convey the message of like experience your moment of your life, and just try to enjoy the moments that you experience in your life, and step your road, but not just depend wholly on your like luck or something like that. Yeah. The second song, My Journey, it's the feeling of gratefulness to everybody who helped me during this journey. Not just the music journey, but also like the life journey as well, like my family, my teacher, my classmates, these people. Yeah, and the third song, Despair. The title, it seems like a sad song, but actually it's not. The message is that when you are experiencing frustration, you can just leave yourself a break and then readjust your attitude, just like I did during my voice break period. So adjust your feelings and your attitude towards the things that you're not good with, and then you can continue to move forward again. The fourth song, Sea Horizon. Seas, in my opinion, symbolizes hope. So this song is a very upbeat and optimistic song about hope. Then finally, Outro Start, the final song. It just conveys, like the name says, that now I'm ready and I'm prepared, and I can start a new journey of self-recognition again. Yes.
Then I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What is your music style?
Oh, my music style. As I already mentioned in the previous question, I will categorize my style as a big like pop music, but I also blend some of the elements together, such as acoustics like instruments, guitar, piano, R&B, urban style like beat or instrumentals as well. Yeah, and also there is like soft songs and punchy songs in this album as well. Yeah.
I know you're only 14. Have you faced any challenges in the process of making?
Yeah. Sure. I think there's 2 challenges now it's in my head that I want to talk to you. First, let me start with the smaller one. It's just the challenge of making the song called Sea Horizon. This song, actually, I have thought about the idea of hope a long time ago. But then when I practically started to like put my hand on the computer, on the keyboard, like I don't have, like my mind is empty, and I don't have any inspiration at all. Like how do I continue? How do I make my first step? Yeah, so I was very frustrated at like 1 or 2 weeks when I was making that song, and it nearly became like my give up song. But then fortunately I received a lot of encouragement from my teacher, my music teacher, and as well as my family, and I recollected my courage and hope, and fortunately finally I did finish the song, and it is also my my favorite song of all the 5 songs. Yeah, so I'm very grateful for the help, and I also think that it is very good for me to just continue to do my work, but not just give up. Yeah. And now the big challenge, I believe that putting this album out, like this whole thing is just a challenge. So starting from writing the song I think is just average for me. Then advancing to production, the arrangement, I think that's getting a little bit harder. Then I think the most difficult part of doing this album is being the producer, like the leader that controls every part, all the way from songwriting to the final masters. Yeah, during this process, I need to communicate with the mixing engineers. So mixing engineer will send me back like the first version and different other versions of my song, and my duty is to identify the problems and also try to communicate with the mixing engineer using a very clear language to guide them to my problems and to like fulfill what I'm imagined and turn it into reality. And this is also a war between like the 2 parts of myself. Like, should I accept this problem? Is it okay? Is it a very detailed problem, or is it a very big problem that I want that I really need to fix, or is it like I can leave it like that? So I need to make all these kind of decisions to the mixing engineer, and I think that's the biggest part and the most challenging part of producing an album. Yeah.
Next question is, what is the release date of your next album? Do you have any plans?
Actually, I'm not really sure. I haven't thought about that. The next album, I think that now, like I'm advancing to high school, I believe that there's more academic work that I need to do, and also I still want to settle down after this album to learn more professional knowledge, like music theory or professional techniques. Yeah, so maybe I'm going to try to compose and produce more songs. Maybe a accumulation of 5 songs again. Maybe I'll put out my next album. Yeah, so please be patient. Yeah.
I'm very curious,
Yeah.
Richard. Would you take music as your career?
Music as my career. That is also a big question mark for me. Because I think now the music definitely become a very vital part of mine. I think music is like a reflection of mine that can reflect my emotions and also my thoughts. But now I think I would just take music as my like excellent hobby of mine, but not that professionally. Maybe that will change, maybe that will not. So I may want to ask the me from the future to answer this question. Yeah.
True. Let's say if you want to become a musician,
Yeah.
then what would you be doing in the future? You're not
Okay.
a musician.
I want to become a teacher in the future, like a school teacher that teaches students subjects. My subject interest heavily lies on like psychology, like social studies, like yeah, psychology, sociology, maybe history. Yeah.
Thank you for being here today.
Yeah, thank you too.
Keep on making great music.
Yes.
I'll see you next time.
Yeah, see you also. Bye.
Bye.